You just put in your mouth guard. That usually means we're not gonna, you know.
Oh!
What happens once the kids are in bed? Well, for families like American suburban couple Claire and Phil Foster, the perfect escape from their daily routines is to go out on a date night. But even this event is at risk of losing its sparkle. So husband Phil decides to treat his wife to a dinner at a plush Manhattan restaurant.
You didn't quite make it, did you?
We'll be standing over there.
Okay, I've already forgotten about you.
All right.
Excuse me, Mr. and Mrs. Triplehorn. Get up.
But it's not without consequences. Taking the booking of another couple, what was meant to be a romantic evening turns into the night from hell.
God, no! He turned it sideways. Kill shot! That's a kill shot!
With Tina Fey and Steve Carell in lead roles, director Shawn Levy has managed to pair up some of Hollywood's finest comedy talent.
Can't believe out of hundreds of clients, you remember this one guy.
There are also a couple of cameos, including Mark Wahlberg, who plays hunky security specialist Holbrook Grant.
Wow, it's crazy seeing you again. All of a sudden, I'm like flashing back to all those empty houses we saw.
He's known for being a dramatic actor. Specifically, was that he didn't try to be funny. And I think that was key, because the character didn't need to be funny. He was funny because he took himself seriously, took the situation seriously, and did not put on a shirt.
You're right, Claire. I would stay away from the cops.
Which is why we were hoping that you would help us.
Well, it's the least I can do. I mean, you are so patient with me. All those long drives up and down the turnpike.
It was my pleasure. And this is definitely the right place for you. I bet the ladies love it too, right?
I do all right.
I bet you do all kinds of right.
The movie also takes the traditional car chase scene to a whole new level.
Honey, move your ass!
Impossible to imagine that this is actually based on a real story.
The day after I got my license, I went to the library. It starts off very geekily, this story, and I was parking in the library and I kind of clipped the car parked next to me. So I backed up to get out of the way, but the car was coming with me. So I went forward to get away from it and I was pulling the car. And I went forward, back, and I was baffled as to why I could not extricate. And I finally got out of the car and I saw that somehow, through some freak of bumper height and physics, I had jacked the entire other car onto the ass end of mine.
With some memorable scenes and hilarious lines, the film seems to have everything going for it. But equally, it tends to fall flat in parts that probably sounded funnier on paper, but didn't quite translate onto the big screen.
They had no idea who they were dealing with.
Modern